Hey everybody, welcome back. So sorry about the earlier mess this morning if you were here for it. And if not, well, you didn't miss anything. It was a mess. Not really much else need to be said about it. But hey, welcome. Come on in, the water's great. Okay. So, I tried streaming this morning, for those of you who are unaware. Hey Eddie No Chong, hey Xtoy, hey Jake Waz. Hey Poncho, hey Jean-Pierre, hey Exotic Slugs, hey Sam. Ah, good old fresh faces and new faces alike. And the family, yeah, that was Exotic Bunny. Or wait. No, sorry, Exotic Bunny's got another one. Somebody else, OGD, made the thumbnail for Hardcore. That was something else, yeah. But at any rate, yes, glad to see you all here. So, I did a stream this morning. I was hoping to be able to move back to doing morning streams. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. So my father uses the internet a fair bit to do work-related things that he has to do. So I couldn't ask him to get off while I was doing my stream stuff. So basically, I just sort of can't do morning streams because I'll never have good enough bandwidth. Simply because my father's using the internet, and that will never not be the case, basically. So, yeah, I had forgotten about that last year. That was another reason why I abolished the morning stream stuff. And I missed doing morning streams, and I guess I just, selective memory, forgot that that was the reason. So yeah, that's basically the unfortunate truth of why the morning stream was such an absolute failure this morning. I couldn't stream for any reasonable amount of time. And yeah, that's how it goes. So, you know, we all have to share it, unfortunately. Maybe at some point, I don't know when, but at some point we'll get a bandwidth increase of some kind. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, the Rascal? Yeah, I quit 2BT a long time ago. What are y'all talking about? Hey, climate changes. Saw the different Kingdom livestream. DF Kingdom livestream. No, I did not. I don't know what DF Kingdom is. You'll have to be more specific. Okay. I think that's everything down here. Okay, so I'm going to gradually expand this top section to cover all of this. Oh, there we go. Oh, Dawn Fuhrer. No, I did not see it this morning. I was too busy doing other things. Okay. Yeah, I did see that Dawn Fuhrer had a YouTube channel. I did go on there once and see it when they were doing it. I think it was like last week sometime. It's, you know, it's cute, I guess. It's whatever. Dawn Fuhrer is not really like... I'm not a member of Dawn Fuhrer. I have no relationship to Dawn Fuhrer. I know Herm and Deloaded in... Well, I know Herm better, but I only know Deloaded in passing, just because he's a friend of Herm's, and that's about it, so I can't really, like... I don't know. Copying a 100 gig file to a thumb drive? Jesus, dude, why? Are you backing some stuff up, or are you just going crazy with, like, file exporting or something? Well, either way, don't burn out your, hard drive, Sam. Sniffer or Rascal or Tough Golem? I have no fucking clue. They all look stupid. I don't want any part of them. I knew this would happen. Yeah, I guess now is as good a time as any to rant about this stupid-ass mob vote. I knew that this would be another dud of a mob vote. Because, we had a good one with the Copper Golem, and then that just fell apart. And so I was like, I don't want any part of this anymore. And so now I'm just like, ugh, they're all dumb. Can I just like abstain? You know, can I be a conscientious objector to the mob vote? Am I allowed to do that? Can I just like not? Because these all look stupid. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't do this again, guys. When the Copper Golem died, and effectively, yeah, it died. when that happened, I lost all faith in Mojang. I really did. Now we're gonna see it all unfold in real time. Like, I can't do this. So I don't know. It'll be whatever. I don't give a fuck. I give no shits about whatever Mojang puts in the game, because at this point it doesn't seem... It just doesn't seem, like, sensible or good, you know? It's a 1 terabyte thumb drive, so it's all good. Oh, okay. Thought I was at 12K? Oh, I was at 12K months ago, man. Where you been, KZ1? You're running a file sharing service and you have to upgrade to better and faster storage every once in a while. Ah, yeah. That's definitely the struggle of the digital age. How do I make room for all this info that I've got? I've got all these terabytes of games and videos and pictures and other things, but I can't possibly hold and store all of it. Yeah, that's the perennial problem, isn't it? I guess there will never be a day where that is not at least some bit of a problem. Thanks to Dream, we got the stupid squid. Yes, exactly. That was another really, like, bozo move on Dream's part. That's really the only thing I genuinely have a problem with, is that Dream was so selfish as to believe that his idea of, well, I don't want to have my speedrun tactics have to change, so let's vote for the gay glow squid so that we can all, like, not have something decent. And I'm just like, how fucking self-centered is that? Like, holy shit. You get to be the arbiter of what's okay in Minecraft. Like, even Mojang is burned for being that way when they do stupid shit like that. And rightly so. Nobody should be the arbiter of all Minecraft. You should be burned for doing that. But, like, you know, reputationally. But, like, fuck, I don't know. It's really dark and disturbing. Talked about a bit on Made in Abyss. Oh, yeah, Made in Abyss. Yeah, I've heard of it. I know Made in Abyss goes weird, dark places. I might give it a watch someday, I don't know. Nah, petabytes? Yeah, we are bordering on petabytes, aren't we? I'm surprised 1 petabyte hard drives aren't already available. Hey, Saturnius, I thought you were going to go to bed. So yeah, I don't know. Good morning. Ah, well, good morning, yes. Yeah, it's been pretty good, honestly. I got some work done today, what I was working on. I don't want to say, of course. But, yeah, it's not too terrible. Hope you had a good night's sleep. Sorry about yesterday morning's stream. It just, it wasn't in the cards, and I've learned my lesson. And I should, I suppose, go back and amend my schedule image and make it read the proper date and time, but just know that everything is going to be at night, you know, at this time like it normally is. I have no plans to change that. 50 gigs worth of world backups. Good God. Yeah, if you played the game nearly as long as I have, Sam, and I think you have, I know what you mean by world backups. Like, there are so many single-player worlds that I've found, downloaded, started, and I've touched maybe twice. But I don't get rid of them. Oh well. Oh yeah. But anyway, yes. And the Phantom was a 1 mob vote, and look how that turned out. Well, yeah. That one was a weird one. We've learned that the Phantom was the odd mob vote out. That mob vote that year had nothing but bangers. All the mob options that year were really good. And I really don't think we could have gone wrong. I think the problem was that Mojang themselves fucked up the implementation of the Phantom. The Phantom was supposed to be an undead mob that would spawn in the end if your insomnia was of a certain level. And I would have been all for that. That would have been a really cool idea. And then they decided, nah, we don't want it to spawn in the end. We want it to spawn in the overworld. Big fucking mistake. Because we've got a bajillion overworld undead. We don't need another one. We got drowned, we got stray, we got husks, we've got zombies, we've got skeletons, we've got wither skeletons, we've got zombie pigmen, we've got, I think that's actually it. We've got enough that are in the common dimensions. The end is a slightly more uncommon dimension. But currently the end only has 2 or 3 mobs in it. And no, the Ender Dragon does not count because that is a boss. I'm talking common mobs. And so we're just kind of stuck. Another good nether mob would have been really nice. So like the King Blaze or the Strong, whatever that thing was. That new Blaze look. That could have been cool from way back then. But then, who's to say Mojang wouldn't have fucked that one up too? Because Mojang very clearly, they fucked up frogs by taking away fireflies. They've very clearly not got the right people creatively making decisions. They've got the right creative touch, but their decision making is what's crucially lacking. Their problem is that they don't fully get what makes Minecraft cool anymore. And so I fear they're going to probably make 1.20 another dud. It's going to be a meh or a mild update again, basically. And I'll play it, but like I won't like it. And until they finally figure out how to, you know, get the fan base on board appropriately, like they're just, I don't trust them anymore. I don't. And this is before we even factor in the chat reporting system. Oh, fuck. Old bastard shot me off. Pisses you off so much that the King Blaze wasn't added. Yeah, honestly, they need to go back and add the stuff, or at the very least, go back and give us the option to add the stuff that didn't make it. And I know that kind of defeats the point, but there's enough of a draw for it. Enough people want it. I think it'd be a wise idea to try and fulfill the fan base's desires. Let us have what we want. What's so hard about that? Wildfire Blaze was the one you voted for. I admit I voted for the Phantom because the Phantom was cool. It just wasn't it wasn't properly implemented. It wasn't appropriately implemented. I don't know. It was the Blaze, the Squid, the Phantom, and the frog-looking thing. Yeah, the frog-looking thing was going to eat the enchantments off of tools and items you dropped near it. Except I don't think it could eat the curses. And so that was a pretty cool idea. I mean, we already got the grindstone, so it's not like we needed it. You had this underwater mob, which would be another underwater hostile mob. And underwater hostile mobs is another area that needs to be tailored. You know, that needs to have a little more TLC given to it. Currently we have the Drowned and we have the Guardian, and that's it. And that's fine, but we need more. And so this was a an underwater sort of... It wasn't a squid. It was like a... I guess it was more like a jellyfish. Kind of. I don't know. It was gonna... there's really no good real-life animal equivalent to describe it by. Just that it was a weird, crazy-looking, you know, four-mouthed monstrosity that was going to use its tentacles to drag you into its mouth. That would have been fucking awesome. And so, yeah, that's an idea that's just sadly forever to remain on the cutting room floor. And it's like, why? But why, though? Why do you really need to leave something cool on the cutting room floor? Like, I don't know. And to this day, we still have no fletching table. And Dragon Egg. What else? What's another big one they've not added utility to? Just stuff like that. Like, it's clear that they're not going to get back to it at this point. It really does destroy your hope, doesn't it? Okay. I only want this to go out exactly 1 block from the edge here. I don't know. Recommend a mod called Alex's Mobs. Love the diversity of mobs. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty cool one. I've heard about Alex's Mobs before. I can't say that I'm eager to add any new mods right now, but maybe. We'll see. Honestly, the last actual good update was 1.16. Yes, exactly. 1.16 was a great update. And with 1.17, or rather with Caves and Cliffs as a whole, it looked very promising. They clearly had a pulse on what to do, but then they bumbled it. And they bumbled it. And they bumbled it. And I swear, for like a year and a half, they did nothing but bumble their updates. Just bungle, 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 bungle. They have no fucking clue what they're doing. Their direction is bad. Whoever's in charge of their direction needs to be fired or demoted, because they suck dick. They aren't doing it right. They are destroying the faith in the community, and then the other decisions they've made is only cementing that loss of faith. And I don't know if it's a Microsoft thing, if it's a Mojang issue. I don't know who's the competency drag. Who is dragging down the collective competency of Mojang? I don't know. It could be anyone. Any number of people, any number. It could be internal politics. It could be that a lot of the people who were at once upon a time in touch with the community have now since fallen out of touch. That happens. If you're not actively trying to keep in touch and be aware with what your community is doing as they evolve, yeah, you fall out of touch with them. Not the first place I've seen that happen to. Oh shit. There's a mod that adds mobs that weren't voted for, but yeah, okay. I'm not like that interested in it, but sure. Hey, Gamu Neptuna, welcome. How's it going? It's okay. Okay, now I dropped a terracotta somewhere on this damn mountainside. There it is. Or no, that wasn't it. That was gunpowder. Well, shit. Oh, rip that. I guess it's just gone. Oh, man. It looks so cool from on the underside now. So, yeah. It's just... it's annoying. Ah, fuck. It's a good thing I've got a way up. But yeah, tired of them adding useless mobs. I'm tired of them not fine-tuning what they already have. There's stuff here that needs addressing and attention. 1.14 was swimming, it was great, yes. 1.14 villager overhauls and swimming were great additions. But, I don't know. There's just a disconnect. There's an obvious disconnect at this point. Will it continue? I don't know. Probably. Realistically, yeah, it probably continues. This disconnect can be a death spiral, a very slow death spiral. It can just be a minor bump in the road for years and years. Who knows? All I know is, as long as I can build cool shit, I'm okay with Minecraft as it is. I just don't like seeing a game with the immense level of potential that Minecraft boasts go down the tubes the way that it appears to be going down the tubes. I don't want that to continue happening, because eventually quality of life and my quality of fun with this game will go downhill to boot. Like, these things are not mutually exclusive. They do affect each other. quality of love of a game, it leaks into everything else. It leaks into customer relations. It leaks into community outreach. It leaks into how your ideas are interpreted. You know, I'll never forget that episode of The Simpsons where we see the inside of the suggestion box basically be a direct chute into a furnace. And it's just like, yeah, that's played for comedy's sake, but like, there's a grain of truth to that, you know? Like, sometimes your ideas and opinions are never warranted, never wanted, and never heeded. No matter how good they are ignored simply because they are not the idea of the people in charge. I didn't think of it first, therefore I don't want it. And I'll fully admit, I am terrible about being that way. I hope I've gotten better at it, at accepting ideas and input from others, but who knows? I really don't know. Risking my life for terracotta? Oh, please. Poncho Hamster, you worry too much. I mined for hours to get that damn terracotta. That is worth a near death. At least I think. Besides, I've got totems. I'm not that worried. Crowbar agrees with me. Don't bother him about it. Hey, Stone Cold Killer. Welcome, welcome. So, I don't know. Hey, Amion. I'm sorry if I'm not seeing you guys and more immediately while I'm ranting. Mojang, Mojang, Mojang. I've got to do that from time to time. It helps me to vent when Mojang does dumb shit. Or Mojang just kind of is ineffectual. At least that way I've got a semblance of something to talk about, because otherwise, I don't know, I'll just talk about the back rooms again or something. But for now, everything seems to at least be going okay. Have they announced any archaeology related stuff? Because that was also in that Discord leak. And apparently the Discord leak was accurate regarding the mob vote. So, does anyone know if they've made any overt announcements regarding archaeology? Because I'm not a fan of the idea of something like archaeology. Archaeology is pointless. Like, it's fine in the real world because you need to know, you know, real world stuff, but unless I'm going to be digging up dinosaur bones or something, archaeology feels like something only mods could reasonably make use of. Like a really cool mod would use or incorporate archaeology. And it would probably be implemented a lot better than Mojang. Single-dyed terracotta gives you 8 blocks, however yeah, I know. No, corporations do, rather their investors' interests lie more in making money and immediately the joy and total. Yeah, exactly. And that's a very foolish thing to do. Yeah, making money is understandable, and I know that that is not in the interests of a corporation. But, like, I talked about this on the fan server stream last Saturday. The utilitarianism of seeking profit over seeking a legacy is very short term. It's very, you know, in the here and now thinking. And there's a time and place for here and now thinking. There's a time and place for worrying about your immediate problems. But usually you should be worried a little bit more about your long-term being. You know, are you going to be... Well, what? What are you going to be? Are you going to make a legacy for yourself? Are you setting out to make a game and a product that people will cherish for a century to come? Or are you making a game in the meantime because there are people willing to pay money for that game? Because I guarantee you, if you're making the latter, while you will likely make money, you will not be remembered and you will not be loved. And there is value to being remembered and being loved. Even if you're a big corporation, there should be some value to that. There's a reason that we love the idea of a corporation genuinely cherishing and helping people. The Red Cross, for example. Yeah, it's had its scandals, but for the most part, people love the Red Cross. Non-profit organization. It has a legacy. More games and developers and product makers need to do that. They need to pursue a legacy, not, well, people want the newest iPhone, so let's make the previous 2 iPhones completely inoperable and unusable. Let's kill them so that people will buy the next one. Like, that's the insanity that grips modern society. An extreme form of utilitarianism that exists purely to make profit. That is horrendous and has led to more harm than good. You can't be about that and expect there to not be consequences. But whatever. Ranting about such things rarely ever actually makes any difference. Oh, hey, Dank Drains, how are you? What age did I learn that the dinosaurs were not real? The age I was when I learned about the dinosaurs? Like, I learned about dinosaurs being dead a long time ago. I mean, I don't remember when. When I learned about dinosaurs probably is when I learned that they weren't alive anymore. Although, to say the dinosaurs are not real is wrong. To say that all the dinosaurs are extinct is also wrong. We have a bunch of avian dinosaurs still around. They're called birds. And they've evolved to all sorts of niches. Like, birds are everywhere, man. Now, they're not like what they used to be. But, I mean, millions of years of evolution will do that. Like, there are very few creatures that have survived millions of years of evolution and have changed relatively little. Most creatures change drastically over a few million years. Or most species, rather. They have to. The creatures that tend to not change over those long spans of time tend to be the creatures that have an unbelievable amount of stability genomically. Their genomes do not change because they've, I don't know, whatever evolutionary processes they've been exposed to have just selected for, you know, evolutionary neutrality, basically. They just don't change because it's more advantageous to not change in the short term than it is to change in the long term. So they just don't. They tend to stay the same. But anyway, yeah. Oh, hey, Roses. Your tower is what now? My tower is being erected. It's getting built. Mojang only cares about things that they can be marketed. Yeah, that certainly sounds to be right, Ta. Compare between Mojang in touch with the community from the Notch Jeb era. Notch seemed to at least have a head on his shoulders. I don't know how good he was at it, and he obviously couldn't take the heat, so he got out of the kitchen. But I liked him well enough. Minecraft's run by a corporation now. Corporations don't care or understand. Yeah, I know. I know. Cull shaders, they Rex. What? Let's see here. Do I think there are going to be another Doom game? Probably. Doom sold well, so probably. Why are they adding archaeology? Because they promised they would add it. I have no idea why else they would add it, but yeah. Make gaming 90s again. Yes, exactly, Stone. Exactly. Watch DMHS, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared Season 2, and I'll have something to talk about and theorize. Okay. I haven't watched it yet, but I will. How long until they try to add the marketplace to Java? God only knows, but I imagine it's probably soon. You don't want Minecraft to turn out like W8 Dead Space become, though? Yeah. Let's see here. I had hopes that 1.20 would be optimizing the game. God, I wish it would be. But, yeah, apparently not. Oh, well. Updates that fix or add more features to existing ones, like boring nether, villagers. Yes, yes, those do so much better. I wonder if Minecraft's processing, especially the server side, will make it multi-threaded. I doubt they'll ever add multi-threading at this point. What features do I think are so useless? The fletching table. Oh, hey, Don Fuhrer. Welcome. Love the stream. Okay. Thank you for leaving a like. And everybody else, sorry for being pseudo AFK. Everybody else, you guys leave a like. Help me do all the standard YouTube garbage now. I gotta start saying that more often. I've held my pride in my hands too long. But anyway, yeah, crocodiles haven't changed. Yes, exactly. Their genome doesn't change very readily because that's evolutionarily more advantageous. And that's also because their habitats haven't changed a hell of a lot. If you get an animal that has a fairly unchanging habitat, like there are always going to be marshlands, there are always going to be, you know, rivers and streams and stuff. So as a result, you don't see too much change in that regard. And so yeah, it just sort of seemingly stays the same, but I imagine there are some changes. But they're not like super impactfully large changes. Okay, cool. So I picked up the terracotta. Yikes, don't shoot me. Oh man, the Elytra just reminds me of the winged cap from Mario 64 so much. Good winged cap energy, I love it. I'm glad they at least based the Elytra on something cool. Winged cap was like the best cap in that game. And I just suddenly realized I'm talking to a bunch of Zoomers who've probably never touched Super Mario 64. Oh, the humanity. But yeah, if you haven't played that game. Pyrobite loved Super Mario 64. He told me when Elytra were added, or rather when they were being teased in the snapshots, he told me he would do nothing but like play Mario 64 for hours on end and do nothing but just fly around with the winged cap. So based. Oh man, I miss Pyro. Ringing back with the chat. Yeah. Chat gets ahead of me so much that it's not fair for me to almost completely ignore a lot of that, so I go back and reread things. And I try to keep things moving too, but I have to stop this dead in its tracks to be able to do that, because I'm just never going to be able to. I've come to accept that I've got to stop Minecraft for a minute and read the chat, because I'm never going to be able to juggle this. I'm just not going to be able to do it. I've done it for a year and I fucking suck at it. It's just never going to get better, so it just has to be what it has to be. Anyway, so what did I accomplish today? Well, I can't tell you. It's part of my secret project I've been working on for about a year. Their hind leg structures match Saurian dinosaurs almost perfectly. Yeah, exactly. They've not had to change it for years. Watched Jurassic Park 1 on Disney Plus yesterday. 1 and 2 are really good, but the others are garbage. I don't recommend it. I mean, my mother loved it because she's like always... She's a sucker for any sort of action. She loves any sort of action and/or intrigue, even if it's from a garbage tier movie or series. She loves crap and good stuff alike. She's really kind of an omnivore in that regard. She'll just... anything under the sun, she'll just take it. As long as it's of her sort of favored genres. Fuck. There we go. So yeah, at any rate, we're, we're kind of juxtaposed that way in the modern day. There's a lot of crap out there. Guess you kind of have to evolve an appetite for it, or something. I don't know. Crocodile? No, not the drug. Get your head out of the garbage, Roses, or out of the gutter. Don't you be doing no hard drugs. Crocodile is not good for you. Then again, none of the hard stuff is. Okay. And that fell down there, so time to risk my entire existence for a lone block of terracotta, because it triggers Poncho Hamster. Where's El Cayman? Probably busy. I know he's not had a lot of time. to like come to streams and stuff. Imagine a liger. Hey now, ligers are bastards. They do not exist in nature. They are a weird, odd amalgamation of two completely, well, not completely, but differing species that just so happen to have enough genetic crossover that they can reproduce. I love that early definition of species that I was fed as a kid. Species are differing animal groups that cannot reproduce. But like, a more accurate definition would be on a genetic level. Species are animal groups that have differing enough genetics such that their reproductive capabilities are non-existent. If that makes sense. There we go. Crocodiles are an efficient design. Exactly. Most animals are an efficient design, though. That's the thing. A lot of animals are highly tailored to their environment. People don't often think about how unbelievably appropriate body plans and designs are for their overall environment. Habitats are unforgiving out in the wild. And so animals are very, very tailored to wherever they happen to be. There we are. Epic Day. Al Cayman has been with us since 250 million years ago. Oh well. I mean, if he has to, you know, if he doesn't need to change, I don't see why not. Do I remember Boat Murdered? Yes, I do. I had a lot of fun that day. Never got why Pyro was so afraid of Oftopia. They would look cool on collab. I think Oftopia scared him because he knew, Pyro knew kind of what Oftopia was like. You love Super Mario 64. Okay, well good, Roses. You have good taste. I'm glad you have some good, you know, sense about you. You played Super Mario. Okay, good, Mauricio. I'm glad you did. Oh yeah, you played it on emulator. Okay, well at least you got a hold of it. At least you touched it. That's a hell of a lot better than a bunch of kids who haven't. Super Mario Brothers back when you had a console. Yeah, I had it on console as a kid too. I should play it. Yeah, the real 64 experience is hard to capture with an emulator, but it's worth it. If you can at least play it on emulator, do it. Never got why Pyro... Oh yeah, Oftopia was... Oftopia is a bit racy. I'm not going to say any more, but, you know. Yeah, you pay $1,000 to play on an emulator. What do you mean $1,000 to play on an emulator? I paid $1,000 to have a machine that can do anything I need it to, including emulate shit. No, Jquaz is not saying you pay $1,000 to buy the emulator. You pay $1,000 to buy a really good computer. You buy the computer so that you don't need to buy another computer for a long time. The point is the efficiency of the purchase. Now, yeah, if all you're doing is paying, you know, an exorbitant amount of money, and all you're doing with that computer is just playing emulators, yeah, something's wrong with you. But I bought this computer to both play Minecraft, process and edit video, do that secret project that I talked about, and a bunch of other stuff, whatever else ends up coming up. To be able to stream, to do art, high quality art. I've never been able to do any of that stuff. So yeah, no, I bought the $1,000 computer to be able to do it, to make it do whatever I need it to do. So it was not just it's not a one-trick pony, in other words. But I get what you mean, Jquaz. There are a lot of people who do that. They will buy a $1,000+ machine and just sit on it. Effectively. They won't meaningfully challenge themselves or what they're capable of. But hey, I mean, you know, you buy a tool. At the end of the day, it's up to you to use that tool appropriately or not. There are people who use crowbars to prop up their garage door or something stupid like that. You know, whatever. Can't help it. All you can do is not be one of them. Just don't be that ignorant, I guess. There we go. Alright, we're almost around to the other side. DOSBox? Yeah. DOSBox is another free emulator. Hey, Alger the Strange. How are you? Fit owned Ness? Yeah, I think he does. He owns the name Ness by coincidence because he wanted the words fitness because he's a fitness junkie. But NES, meaning, you know, the Nintendo Entertainment System, is just a happy coincidence. But yeah, just like playing on real hardware. Yeah, that's true. Real hardware is hard to beat. All this classification talk reminds you of Sam O'Neill's return to YouTube. I don't know who Sam O'Neill is, but whatever. Hey, Gunno. What shaders are these? It's BSL. Do I watch Sam? Sam the Pigman? I try to jump in every now and then, but I don't... Or no, Sam O'Neill. No, I don't watch him. I don't know who he is. We humans are crazy efficient at what we're meant to do. Yes, yeah. That's kind of why we're the dominant organism on Earth. We just kind of are really fucking cracked at being intelligent. And it just also happens that being intelligent is the literal key to the universe. I mean, it could just as easily have been some other method, like being really good at converting chemical energy into electrical energy. That could have also been the key to the universe. But no, as it turns out, mathematics is the key to the universe. Okay, well, you know, that's how it goes. Like, it's a lot like intelligence and evolution is a lot like stumbling around in the dark in a very, very, very big room trying to find the light switch. You don't even really know where you are in the room. You have no idea how far away the walls are. You have no idea if you'll get there, ever. But intelligence, unlike a lot of animals' evolutionary survival strategies, intelligence happens to be just methodical enough to work out how phenomenon stack. And if you can unravel how phenomenon stack, you basically figure out the universe. And what do you know? That's exactly what we humans are doing. So it's like figuring out how to search in a grid pattern despite being completely unable to see. And through echolocation, you figure out where light switches are, and there you go. You solve the problem of the dark room. You solve the problems of the universe, and it becomes your bitch. And anyone or anything else that does not luck into the evolutionary strategy of intelligence is just bum out of luck. Because you're beaten to the punch. This is probably why we will not see very many extraterrestrial civilizations. Because they will be very far-flung and very, like, niche. They'll all discover how, you know, the universe works and stuff. Because those rules are a universal constant. But, like, they tend to, like, prevent other universal civilizations from popping up. So, like, for example, cows are unlikely to ever amass intelligence. Cows are basically fucked for all of time because, I mean, we humans are just that dominant. And there's not likely to be a scenario where we are never not that dominant. Love how Fit is with naming his alt. Your favorite one is Casa Maestro. Ah, Casa Maestro. Yeah, Housemaster. That's pretty good. I like that level of intelligence. That shit right there is why Fit is so cool. When he has no pressure to be a YouTube personality, he's like dope as hell. It's just, I hope I never sell out like he does. That's all I can say. I hope to God I never have to sell out like he has. Oh, fuck. Out of here, you damn endstone. I don't want you. But yeah, Casa Maestro. I kind of like K-pop Bob as well. That one gave me a good chuckle the first time I saw it. The only problem is you can't name your alts, otherwise people will clout chase. And you'll be bogged down with, like, attention seekers and stuff every time you log in. But, oh well. To each their own, I guess. Salmonella is great? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Exotic Bunny gave me the shaders. Yes, I am way back in the chat. Sorry, guys. You're just going to have to deal with it. Sweat with shit and chase animals for hundreds of meters. Oh, sweat like shit and chase animal. I see what you mean. Oh, man. It keeps jumping me at the very beginning. Okay, Jack, Taco Bell or Subway? Subway. $1,000 to run something that uses less than 50 megabytes of RAM? Minecraft does not use less than 50 megabytes of RAM, slime. Fit in game or flying machine when he discovered Space Falcon 1. I was offline at that time. I was at work and he stumbled across us. We were too close to the axis. And Silver Crown King found him. That makes sense now. What the fuck? It's more awesome that you didn't know about fitness? Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Pancho. Yeah, I do watch your content, Sam. Don't worry. Cat put her head in the microwave. Oh my god. Don't turn that on. Bought your N64 for $30. Games. Oh wow, you got a steal then. N64s are really, like, absurdly expensive nowadays. I keep expecting Nintendo to make an N64 Mini. Just like they did the Super Nintendo and NES Minis. Or have they already done that? I'm out of the loop. I must be out of the loop. I think they have. But anyway, where can you even buy an... Yeah, I don't know. Flea market? I'm so positive about humanity because we're intelligent. Meanwhile, over here we're talking about sweating and running down the... Yeah, well... The reason I'm so optimistic about humanity is because we're worthy of being optimistic about. It's easy to be pessimistic. It's easy. It's almost human nature to want to give up and accept that everything is terrible. But it takes genuine effort to be good. I believe in free will. Because to not believe in free will is ultimately evil. And to believe, to be good, to try to be a good, just to be good in general. Goodness is defined around a belief in free will. And if you don't believe me, a lack of belief in free will always ends up leading to a curtailing of free will, which inevitably leads to tyranny. It leads to oppression and inevitably suffering. The path to avoid suffering is to believe in free will, but the catch is everyone has to believe in free will, because the people that don't believe in free will have an advantage over those who do. So we have to erect laws and systems and other things to keep in line people who would otherwise destroy and infringe on the free will of others, aka criminals. If you believe in free will and you adhere to that, then you are inherently good, or you have at least chosen to be good. There's no such thing as inherent good or evil. But it is the belief and exercise in the belief of free will, or the denial of free will, the denial of others' free will, that inevitably leads to evil. Every single time. Oh wow, I caught up. Okay. The way Jack finds topics instantly and pauses the game because he knows he can talk about it the next few minutes. Yeah, I guess you guys should get used to it, because I think this is just how I'm going to have to do it. Okay, you would name it Juan el Disco... Oh, Jacktherippa in Spanish. Okay. Cute. Do it. Do it, Poncho Hamster, no balls. They'll only go up, yeah. Feels like a jinx. I hope I haven't jinxed it. I mean, I can't help it. What other people do is what other people do. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, no, that is too large. You would name it Juan el Ripidero. Oh. Yeah, Mojang's character limit would probably stop you from using Spanish too fluidly. Because you have a lot of del and la and de la words, because of, obviously that's how Spanish works. And you can't leave those out. So that's like 3 or 4 characters or 5 characters that you're basically not able to use. Oh well. I wonder who owns the name Juan. Juan. In Minecraft. Whose account is named Juan? Who is that lucky bastard who got the name Juan? Or some other really cool Spanish name. And would they be interested? No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to buy it. Bam, bam. I will dive down there again and get that last piece in a moment. But yeah. The right storage units, yeah. Found a bin of Wii's for $5 at your local thrift store. Yeah, thrift stores and pawn shops are really good for finding old bargain stuff. It may be in kind of damaged condition though, so you really kind of have to be careful. But yeah, getting old games and used stuff that on eBay or Amazon would run you hundreds of dollars, yeah, that's a great way to do it. The only problem is you may need to be your own DIY repairman, because otherwise... Lucky for us, oh wait, there's nothing lucky because Nintendo sort of refuses to acknowledge they have a large fan base for older games, so I don't know. Lucky for us that people are so eager to pirate and emulate shit, and that you can get just about anything on the internet. Because if not, I think that would be the darkest timeline right there. Oh, good night, Void Shadow. Take care, man. You not being able to listen to Jack chatting up on... well, don't worry about it. I've caught up pretty much, Sam. And in a lot of ways, like what I was talking about earlier with belief in free will, belief in the indomitable spirit of humanity, in a lot of ways to sort of dovetail that with piracy, that in and of itself is an excellent demonstration of the indomitable free will of humanity. Piracy isn't just to like get a game for free. Despite what idiots and companies and others would have you believe. It's the free will to enjoy a product that was put out there, but in a shitty way. In an incredibly awful, terrible, no good, unbelievably short-sighted manner. It is the free will to enjoy your own or someone else's work. And if they didn't make it accessible, that's really more on them and speaks volumes of them than it does you. Because most people would love to support, their favorite game maker. So long as they're not a fuck-up. If you're a fuck-up, you get only so many chances before people abandon you. Nobody likes a maker who is incompetent. That's generally why a lot of companies lose faith among their audience. And so one of the ways that they get punished is their shit gets pirated. So if you don't want that to happen, be not short-sighted, but have the foresight to know that people are going to want to sample your product, and that may mean at any cost. And that also means that means they'll acquire it by any means. So if you want that by any means to predominantly be the way you have it set up, i.e. buy it from my store, well then you better make your shit extremely accessible. And so your EAs and your Nintendos who are like, Super Nintendo games, what are those? We only know of the Super Nintendo games on the, what is that fucking thing called? Oh god, I'm blanking on the name. God fucking damn it. What is the name of their shitty app that allows you to play their retro games? Please say it. Somebody please say it. Help me. I swear to God, I am blanking hard. Whatever. Their dumb gay app store. Yeah, the Virtual Console, that's it. God damn. Old man brain striking hard. Anyway, yeah, they only know about the retro games on their own Virtual Console. They didn't know anything about the games that were released. Like, Treasure of the Rudra. Treasure of the Rudra is an amazing RPG from the Super Nintendo days. Never saw the light of day outside Japan. Never saw a re-release or a remake. Most of you have never even heard of Treasure of the Rudra. It got a translation in like 2002. And it has developed something of a cult following, but it has better graphics than Final Fantasy VI and Seiken Densetsu 3. And is basically forgotten. And that's a damn shame. And the only reason anyone outside of Japan can play Treasure of the Rudra is because you can pirate it. Because there are no alternatives. There's nothing else you can do. You're fucked. If you want to buy the game to support Square Enix legitimately, well, Square Enix themselves have been like, nah, we don't want that. Stop pirating our shit. Oh, by the way, you can't get these games that you loved. Like, what? That is not a belief in the human spirit. That is thumbing your nose up at your audience. Like, oh, well, you wanted this one thing? Oh, fuck you. You don't deserve it. Like, what the hell? Don't say Virtual Console now. It's too late. So yeah, it just... There are a lot of people who are too cynical for their own good. And that inevitably becomes this dangerous mindset of people need to be reined in. People need to be brought under control. People can't be trusted because XYZ. And it's just so disingenuous. Oh, I need stone brick. Yikes, I don't have stones. I need the stones. Where's the stones? Didn't I have a bunch of smooth stones somewhere? I thought I did. Oh, I must have cooked it all to make smooth stone. Oh well, that's still easily fixed. Okay, whatever. I will get myself a box or two of regular ass stone. Twice as old? Yeah, I'm twice... Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm twice as old as you, Ixtoy. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'd like to know if Jack has an idea. What now? Dumb gay app store. Well, it was more of a... I can't figure out the name off the top of my head. I hate it when I get into that mindset where I can't remember things. Oh crap. Not in a I'm not bathed in beacon juice. Let me get over here. I know I can get beacony power over this way. Crowbar is older than XCC2. Yeah, he is. You asked that question of XCC2. What is the story behind XCC2? Oh yeah, so all XCC2 said was that he'd owned XCC1 and XCC3 but lost access to them. He was gifted the names. And he just kind of used the accounts, and nobody else has access to them. They're migrated, they're on his email, etc., etc. And that's that. So he was just gifted them, basically. Preserving old games is way easier if it can be saved on a hard drive instead of easy to break cartridges. Well, now that wasn't feasible back in those days. You weren't likely to see hard drives get over a gig. Back then, having a gig of hard drive storage was unthinkable. I can distinctly remember when the first gigabyte hard drive came out, and it was only 1 gig. I can remember my mother going, "A gigabyte? What on earth will we use a full gigabyte for?" Well, what indeed. So, as unrealistic as it may seem, I think we'll be using petabytes in similar ways. But now, yeah, you can store stuff on a hard drive relatively easily. But that was not always the case. And industries are very, very slow to kind of like adopt new stuff. Like, I'll never forget how long it took for digital downloading of games, full-blown games, to just be commonplace. It took 15 years. Like, it was just... By the time the Orange Box came out in 2007, while it made sense to go to the store and buy a CD-ROM with the game in question on there, that's also the day that Steam became so unbelievably commonplace that everybody was using Steam. Like, can you imagine not having Steam? But that was digital downloading and digital distribution. That's what started it. Like, in all honesty, it should have been adopted by 2008, 2009, but it took until 2015 before it was really, really, really commonplace. And you couldn't escape digital downloads at that point. I mean, it was a little bit before that, but still. You just, it takes industries a while to catch up. So yeah, you just got 8 more Elytra Extoy. Well, congratulations. What are you going to spend all those Elytra on? What do you even do with your Elytra? Do you sell them to people on the fan server? Why is one eyebrow 1 pixel larger than the other on the old Archer skin? That was just a stylistic choice. I was heavily inspired by Final Fantasy VI's spriting art style. For many, many years, I enjoyed trying to capture the art style of Final Fantasy VI. And that was an artistic decision that the artists who made the sprites in Final Fantasy VI made. And so I just adopted and incorporated that into my own art style for a while. And, yeah. I wanted it to evoke a feeling of something from Final Fantasy VI. Because that was one of the best early Nintendo games I ever played. And so I was like, yeah, I want to capture that feeling. I used to make characters from anime, pixel art, but like little in-game character sprites of these anime characters, just various anime that I was watching. Archer was one of them. Just because like I was bored and I enjoyed doing it. But yeah, and I would often adapt Final Fantasy VI's spriting style, and that was what I was primarily using back in those days. This was like back when I was in high school. And so when Minecraft started up and I was like really getting into Minecraft, I started designing my own skins because I just sort of intuitively figured out how to, because I was a pixel artist, I got how to do it. Oh, fuck you, skeleton, die. I just sort of got it. And so I would find myself using techniques that I learned as a pixel artist, making my own skins. And so yeah, that was something I did. Even now, I still find myself picking up on old habits from like the pixel arty days. Although it's been years and years and years since I last did any pixeling, spriting, pixel artwork, none of that. I haven't done that in ages. I've kind of moved on to digital art. I'm not very good at it, unfortunately. I've got to find my footing. Bro, your file finished uploading and it said you couldn't copy properties, and now you have a 112 megabyte file that took 3 hours to copy. Jesus. You need to like figure out how to break that file up into smaller bite-sized chunks. Oh, and Sam, if you didn't know this already, you're better off not moving large files all at once. You're better off finding small files to move and then just moving those all one at a time. The job will go so much faster than if you did, say, like two 4 gigabyte files versus if you split those up into like 200 megabyte files and then reassemble them all into one file later. If you do that, the job will be so much quicker. Like, for example, if you've got a large pictures folder and you have a few thousand pictures in that folder, your best bet is to split it up into like 200 or 300 folder image intervals and then move those. And one at a time. And that will, well, in batches of 200, I mean, that will speed up the job tremendously. Because it's really bad. Windows is terrible at moving lots of files all at once. It's not efficient at all. But hey, that's how it works. You've asked 3 times in a row. I'm sorry, Saturnius. If you've asked a bunch, you're just gonna have to keep on it till I can see you. You have a full terabyte HDD for storing all your old fed. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah. Why did I grief boat murdered? I don't seem like a guy who enjoy griefing. Oh, well. You clearly don't know me very well then. I enjoyed boat murdered because it was funny to watch a bunch of people who had no idea what was about to happen to them. Like, boat murdered was a bit of a one-off. Many opportunities like that don't really happen. Basically, there were a bunch of people at Boat Murdered who were kicking out a guy named Ted Nugent. And if you don't know, Ted Nugent is a famous rocker. Now, obviously, this wasn't the real Ted Nugent, but I found it to be amusing enough to, like, feign offense on Ted Nugent's behalf. And I was like, hey, Ted Nugent, where did they kick you out from? What happened? You know, can I help? And he gave me the coordinates of where they were staying. And so I dropped in on them out of the blue, and I was armed to the teeth, and there was nothing they could do about it. And yeah, that was the end of it. And that's how I murdered the Boat Murdered. And Valkyria was enriched that night by all of their stuff. Yeah, that's 2B2T. I wanted to make Valkyria into an empire as well. And Sato really kind of like went against that. He didn't want Valkyria to become an empire. So we didn't really go full empire, unfortunately. But like, I was like, yeah, that would be really fun. Let's do that. And he was like, no, that's stupid. And so it just sort of never fully took off as well as it should have. But damn, it was fun. There is something fun about raiding and griefing. Like, I'm not going to sit here and preach that, you know, raiding and griefing doesn't have its entertaining points. It does. But, well. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. I accept that. That is the truth, Jayhawk. You're not wrong. Haha, Empire. Well, it wasn't really, like, that was just my initial idea. Please stop. Fucking zombies. But yeah, that wasn't really, like, the initial plan. Sato was like, no, that's not cool, Jack. You can't do that. And I'm like, why not? And he's like, because people will hate us. And I'm like, yeah, that didn't stop them from hating us, but, you know, whatever. Sato was still very new to the server back then. Sam Andrews on Discord. Speaking of, I've got like 3 messages from Andrew. Oh, you're watching the stream, Dark. Welcome, Dark. Dark Takanuva in the house. Boop. I love dimensional doors so damn much. I need to go back in here and do more personal pocket dimension designing. Oh, but sadly... Oh, I just haven't had the will. I should probably just craft these. It's quicker to mass craft them than it is to fuck around with the block cutter. Man, I really wish we could walk and craft. That would be awesome. Why is that not a thing, Mojang? Alright, cool. I want it specifically to be chiseled stone brick. Also, I need to sleep. Did I have enchanted armor in 2011? You're in the wrong year, my friend. We raided them in 2013. Of course we had enchanted armor. Everyone had enchanted armor. Even the people who didn't know what the fuck they were doing had very, very rudimentary enchanted armor. We had god armor. The people at Boat Murder didn't. They had just regular enchanted diamond armor. And they came to very quickly regret it because they didn't, like, have gapples and, like, a bunch of other shit. It was quite funny how one-sided the Boat Murdered fight really was. Because they didn't see us coming, and we just absolutely destroyed them. Okay, I'm gonna make a sort of lining here. It was very early for 2B2T. They made Boat Murdered in 2011, then they abandoned it. Then they ended up coming back to it in 2013, and that's when we got them. So, the time discrepancy is understandable, but it's still different. Depends on if it... Yeah, it was well after. It was well after. Think Dimensional Doors ruins vanilla? I wouldn't say it ruins vanilla. It's different. I don't really have a vibe with vanilla anymore. Because Minecraft and Mojang are really not, like, on the same page anymore. So there isn't really a big vanilla vibe any longer. Thaumcraft, however, has a vibe. And I hope to hell I can get that. I hope Thaumcraft gets released for 1.19 or something. Something. I think first instance of enchantments was beta 1.9. Yeah, it was. Why is crafting in the inventory not a thing? Yeah, that would be really nice. There are a lot of games that have in inventory crafting. And it's really nice. But Mojang never really kind of gave us an overhaul on that. In InDev, you can have the inventory open and walk and jump. God, that's so cool. Why did they get rid of that? I feel bad. Like, I can remember when you could store items in the crafting table, your personal crafting grid right here, and you could walk anywhere you wanted to go. And it was like an additional storage slot. It was really nice. And then it got patched. What the hell else is new, am I right? Does the build I'm doing have a name? Yes, it is the Hardcore Tower of Autism. It's an in-naming theme with the Sky Temple of Autism and the Sky Pillar of Autism. Inventory move, X carry, yeah, those were good. I'm really a sad panda that those got fucked. Nuked from high orbit. How far out was Boat Murdered? It was only 10,000 blocks out. It was really close to spawn. it had no chance. Even by 2013 standards, it was really, really easy to get to. Hey, Fluctuated, you're new here. Well, I'm glad to have a new person here. Welcome. It would be insane to be able to open a shulker box when it's in your inventory. I'm not saying opening shulker boxes. I'm saying being able to craft while moving. That would be really cool. Or at the very least, to be able to just shift items around in your inventory while moving. That would be nice too. Oh man. In InDev you're playing, you can also put items in the armor slots, so it's 4 extra slots for tools and items. That is dope as hell. I just wish we had that level of innovation. What if, like with an elytra, you know how to wear an elytra, you have to forego the protection of your chest plate. What if there was a portable crafting table related something or another that you could wear on your chest? And you could run around. It would forego your ability to wear an elytra, and would forego your ability to wear a chest plate, but you could run around and craft and move items. It would allow you to do all that. God bless the grindstone. Enchantments wouldn't be good without it. Well, I mean, enchantments were good prior to the grindstone. It was just more annoying to get a hold of them. The grindstone made customization really, 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 really easy, because for years you would have been stuck with crappy, you know, fire protection or projectile protection armor, and you just had to deal with it. So the grindstone added a lot of usability and versatility to the game, but it's not like enchantments weren't possible. It was just a lot more trouble, and you would have to get the item. So for example, a diamond chestplate that was misenchanted or badly enchanted was fucked, and you couldn't uncraft it to get the diamonds back, and you would basically have to make a new chestplate. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass, but the grindstone added a ton of versatility and usability. It definitely gave Minecraft something it had needed. Fluskegite, thanks for the question. How do I feel about Space Valk 3 being destroyed? It was painful at first. I got over it. I've moved on. It's not the end of the world, in all honesty. I really wish that, it just was not, like... I wish I could have gotten farther, I guess. But that's really kind of just wishful thinking. Now that I can do it in single player, I have so much more that I can do. And it just makes it... Honestly, it was kind of a blessing in disguise to move to single player with it. Because I really don't think there was any way I was ever going to finish it on 2B2T. But I don't know. There will always be some sort of lingering regret, so I don't know. Make a crafting kit item. Yeah, that's something like that, Charcoal. That would be great. Ah, fuck. It could add 2 swords in inventory, reset the enchantments. I guess. I don't know, saw Zasuma's video about the inventory overhaul or problems. You think how good it is? I have not seen that video because 1.20 does not need to be an inventory update. 1.20 needs to be a, hey, fine-tune the world, assholes, update. Hey, make the world feel more lived in. Hey, fix the problems the game currently has, and inventory problems are not yet one of them. It does have an inventory issue. It's just not on the level of, hey, the end is worthless. Give us good stuff for the end. That sort of thing. Give the end an overhaul like the Nether got. That's the kind of thing that we need to see. But anyway, Tails Nicolato, thank you so much for the donation, man. How's the build going? Build is going wonderful. I've got a lot of sort of roundabout things I want to do to it. I've got to build a floor now, and this whole area needs to be filled in to some degree. And so I'm thinking what sort of design I want. Oh, motherfucker. Fuck. I'm so goddamn tired of this. Okay. I got a big brain thing I'm gonna do. Let's hope that I can get it. Haha. Okay. So yes, thank you so much for the donation, Tails. But anyway, wonder if Minecraft could handle items like other games do. You have one slot for every item in the game that can stack to 999 or whatever, and once it's at that, you can't take any more. A lot like how Terraria does it. That would be cool. I would be totally in favor of you being an item god like Terraria. You can basically carry a whole city in your pockets. And you've got like 2 or 3. You only have like 2 or 3 different shulker boxes, but they're not just shulker boxes, they're ender chests too. So they're kind of like combination. You've got a literal shulker box in the form of the piggy bank and the safe, and then you have a ender chest pseudo shulker box in the black space bag, which is really awesome. I wish Minecraft had stuff like that, and I know some mods that add stuff like that, but couldn't put all that in one message. Yeah, maybe something like that would be pretty nice. That would also be insane to be able to only disenchant one specific enchantment. I wouldn't be surprised if it moves in that direction one day, where you're only able, or where you are able to pick and choose singular enchantments. But then again, who knows? Who knows what the future brings? Yep, 120 should add all the updates they promised but never added. Yeah, the finally made good on all our bad promises update. That would be a PR nightmare. But I don't know. Maybe. Shortcuts for tools? Maybe. So long as they're like the auto jump where you can turn it on and off. I could get down to that. On the hotbar, yeah. Void bag, yeah. Is an ender chest mechanic, but it puts the items you can't pick up due to full inventory. Yeah, it sucks up items. That is so cool. We don't have anything like that in Minecraft. It's having an alternative bag of holding that just takes items that you cannot pick up and puts them in there. Or items you don't want to pick up. There was a dupe in 1.12 that would give you 100... Yeah, we know. That was the stacking dupe. It was so powerful. I'm sad the stacking dupe was so short-lived. Piggy bank can be summoned from the money trough. Yeah, that's another pseudo ender chest flying shulker box sort of thing. But it works well. Isn't the item limit 127? I think that was it, yeah. Something like that. This makes you want to test play Minecraft mods. Well. There are a lot of cool ideas out there, and there are a lot of people who need to figure them out, I guess. Okay, we finally arrived back at the start of our circle. Okay. Oh, I need to make more rockets. Smithers, there's a rocket in my pocket. No. I'm gonna do it again. Oh, fuck. Well, never mind. Oh, I picked it up. Okay, good. Oh, shit. 2 rockets isn't gonna get me over the top. I need to get to the dimensional door. You know, come to think of it, I don't have a way to get in from down here. If I was stranded down here for whatever reason, I wouldn't have a means of getting inside. Also, I want these. I'm not in a hurry for these, is why I've not harvested them till now. Oh, haste makes them insta-mineable. I see. That's different. I'm kind of afraid I'll kill the budding amethyst block. Bitch. Fuck off. Anyway. Prefer vanilla because mod packs don't feel natural. Yeah, a lot of people kind of get that this is unnatural feel when it comes to a lot of modded content. But I get the feel of, okay, this is someone else's vision through Minecraft. Through the lens of Minecraft. How do they do it? How well do they present it? How interesting is it? And sometimes it can be really interesting. Sometimes not so much. You just... It's hit or miss, I know. But that's okay. Not everybody will have the idea on how to present something cool. Oh, hey, something bungalow. Welcome. Your subway has arrived. Ooh, lucky you. I kind of want a something. I'm not sure what, but I kind of want to eat something myself. I'm in the mood for something else, but I had dinner before stream. The only problem is it just didn't stick with me. I wish there was a way to, like, protect the budding amethyst. Like, to coat the budding amethyst in something that would prevent it from breaking. Sort of like the wax on a copper block prevents it from oxidizing. Whoops, I need that. I need that exposed. You know, I should probably mine out the calcite from this as well, just so that I have a large enough open area. Oh, man. Take care, Ani. Let's see here. Out of the mods, Minecraft Create wins. Yes, Create mod is so good. It's definitely weird, but like in a fun way. It's its own sort of strange. And you'll fall in love with it if you give it a chance. More mods should strive to be like Create Mod. But hey, you know, quality like that takes a lot of time and effort and a lot of understanding of how to make a game, how to make something in a game feel fair and interesting. And that's not a talent or skill a lot of people have developed. So that's kind of why a lot of mods feel bad or out of place or not Minecraft enough. Their vision is so in contrast with how Minecraft has been portrayed. It isn't really. That's also incidentally why a lot of the later, more recent Minecraft content has felt lackluster. It also feels like it's kind of betraying the vision of how Minecraft was. And when you start doing that, you have people questioning whether or not they should be, you know, playing your game. But, oh well, I mean, I guess that's just kind of the direction Minecraft's going for now. We'll have to wait and see if it's going to end up being any good or not. Decorating with crystals is like a really cool thing. I enjoy that these amethyst crystals are like so interesting. I like how they glow in the shaders. The glow is what sells it. That's how you know they are almost borderline mystical. Whoa. Oh, that explains why. That explains why there was an area back there. Or why a geode developed here, rather. It isn't just because I blew this whole place up and open. It also was a cave. Geodes are a lot like dungeons, how they'll only generate with an air pocket next to them. So that you could somewhat feasibly and somewhat understandably run into them. God damn it, I killed one. Shit. Oh, good night, Aziz. Unmined calcite. Well, it's because I'm just expanding the crystal farm. I don't really plan to use the calcite. I'm just not into calcite on this world. For the fan server, it's fine because it matches the diorite that I'm using. But that's only on the fan server. Oh, okay. Pakumiyamo? I don't know how to say that. Thank you for the follow on Twitter, if you're in stream. But yeah. Am I excited or hopeful about this year's mob vote? I'm indifferent to it. I have no hope for it being any better or different than the previous two mob votes, which were both disappointments. So the best way to guard against disappointment is to just not get your hopes up. So I'm just kind of like, meh. Whatever the fuck ends up getting voted in is what gets voted in. All I can hope for is that whatever dumb shit choice the children end up making, because it's always the children that end up making it, I can at least hope that maybe Mojang won't fuck up its implementation and actually kind of make it okay. Like the alley is okay. That's really the best you can hope for, is just, it'll be okay. But, I don't know. If, for whatever reason, they screw it up, well, all I can do is say I told you so, I guess. Not that that's very much help, but, you know. I might end up making a, some sort of a machine here to harvest all these. I don't know. Aziz, light! Thank you, Aziz. Yes, I love that movie. How did you know, Stone Cold Killer? Actually, I think we've talked about Fifth Element before, haven't we? That part of the movie is so cool. The turtle alien critters come on in and they're just like so strange. It gives that poor guy a heart attack. But that movie was really dope. I wish we had more movies like The Fifth Element. It's avant-garde stuff like that that's not like too avant-garde. It's trying to be interesting and present a good message while also doing it in an interesting way without like being over the top or heavy-handed. Movies like that. What's the guy's name? Luc Besson, I think? The director of Fifth Element? God, I wish he would do another Fifth Element type movie. Not a remake, not a sequel, just something in a similar style to it. I guess it was a sort of future dystopian punk. Okay, so I need to be able to get all that. These damn Endermen are polluting and looting and parading their captive grass blocks around. Look at this shit. This didn't spawn down here. Ugh. Big hardcore projects are good to see. Well, thank you, Nicholas. Or Nicolato, sorry. Totem of Jack. Well. The totem was a really good idea. I'm very happy they added it. Oh. So take a little man and put him in a box? Yeah. Where's the animal that, or where's the gizmo that comes out and pats you on the back, Zorg? I really like the overarching theme of the Fifth Element, and yet, despite it being a good versus evil story, the main villain and the main bad guy, or the main heroes and the main villain, never meet each other. It was just so different. Refreshingly so. Oh, fuck. I can't put that there. That'll block crystal growth. You're not real. Okay. Damn it. Tried to dive bomb in there and I just couldn't make it. Here we are. Well, that's one way to grab them. This is another. Corbin Dallas multipass. What version of it was when they added fire resistance to the totem? 1.17? I want to say? 1.16? Or not 16, 1.18, 1.17, somewhere in there. That's when they added fire resist to totem. The Totem of Undying. Okay. So, aside from the crystals, I'm going to have a hard time reaching. Should be fine. Ah, good night, Mauricio. Have a good one. Jack needs Fulbright. Nah, I don't think so. I think this is well lit enough. Shouldn't spawn mobs. We'll see. Okay. Well, that unfortunately polishes off that. I don't have 2 full stacks, but got a block of amethyst and some shards. Oh, that doesn't convert back to a crystal. Bye, fellows. Okay. Enjoy your sleep too, Amion. What's my Discord? It's down in the description. Join our Discord. You'll be glad you did. Or not, I don't know. There we go. Okay, so the entrance is secretly in the tip. I'm gonna copy files until the cows come home. God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Sam. Just make sure you do it a few files at a time. Make your workload small, and it'll go much faster. There we go. I got home safely without using every single rocket I own. Okay. So that's that. I'll probably use the amethyst for something later for decorative purposes. But for now, I've got some terracotta to use up from down there. I'm going to need to get some XP to repair my items here shortly. Small sludge fire is 30 gigs. You don't think you can split it up? Yikes. Well, you might want to try. You might want to figure out a way how to try, if nothing else. I'm sure there are some sorts of ways to do it, Sam. I don't know. I don't know what you're dealing with is the problem. Okay. Now, what sort of material do I want backing this? Because, I don't want you being able to see out. Let's just get a few here. Yeah, that's not terrible. Yeah, let's do a little cross section here, like a sector. Copying files of an emulator, okay. Oh my god, I keep flying far away from my... where I want to be. Okay. So what I'm thinking is... I do something like this. Also gonna need to AFK for more sea lanterns soon. Okay, and then we have the actual ceiling of this area, which will become the floor, or it will start to turn into the floor of the floor above. So yeah, it would be like this, but everywhere. It's not terrible. There we go. So yeah, and in other news, I also completed the entire side of this side and the other side. All this edge has been completed. Isn't it pretty? Especially with shaders, it's really pretty. Let's see what this looks like when you come up on it from a distance. So like say from here. Oh wow, that's gonna be so imposing. I love it. Yeah. Max chunks, please. Okay, don't destroy my PC. You can do it, baby. There we go. Wow. Got any rollerblades? No, I'm the only person who rollerblades in my neighborhood. There's nobody around here who would be even remotely interested in me for that. Whew. It's been a year. Yes, it has been, Maeve. Yeah, a lot has changed. Just look at this. That shit is cool. This thing's finally beginning to amount to something above ground. And then that's it without the shaders. Come on. There we go. Although, even without shaders, it still looks pretty awesome. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I think we're finally getting somewhere. You got banned from my server for no reason, Pocky. Yeah, I highly doubt it was for no reason. Frocality griefed it and they think it was you? Ah. Was Frocality alone or were you with Frocality? Well, at any rate, message me on Discord, Pocky Rhythm. Mind giving Alex's mom's a spin? No. I will not be doing that for a long time. You were in a call with him. Ah, well, I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah, this is what we got so far. It's looking pretty cool. I can't wait until I've got the actual walls done to where like I can go on up to a higher level. And then we can just make the tower even more imposing, because like all that, you see the 6 pillars, the 6 corner pillars, that's all going to be filled in too. Any plans for Friday? It's Final Fantasy IV 3D Remake. So yeah, thank you all so much for coming out and watching, guys. Oh man, we've made a lot of progress, haven't we? Well, we're going to keep making progress one way or another. Thank you all so much. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you all so much for what was his name? God damn it, he left earlier. Ah, Tails Nicolato. Thank you so much for your donation, Tails. Thank you all so much for giving me a moment of your time. Y'all make sure, again, hit the like button, subscribe, give this place some love, show me everything you can, and join our Discord, down description in the Discord server below. And follow me on Twitter, and I will catch you all tomorrow for more Building with Jack, Space Falc 3. Y'all have a good night. Bye.